Well, long time no see, y'all. Finally got out on the water, and it is a packed day today. I mean, it is a Sunday afternoon. That's about the only time I get to go fishing anymore, but I'm going to try to tie in 2 ways of fishing in one video today, and this video is going to kind of be an uncut video, I'll put it that way. Fix the camera for y'all. So the reason why this is going to be unedited is that I just don't have time during the week to edit videos. I got this sort of new promotion at work, and I'm working 5/12s, and I try to reserve some time for family time and me time, and so, and the wind's got to pick up. Perfect, huh? We're gonna work with what we got. So I'm in my pedal drive kayak today, and for those of you who are not a frequent, and I can't get my words out, follower of my channel, which, y'all, I suck. I don't blame you if you don't follow me, but thanks if you do. This is the Hoodoo Voyager 100P. It's a fairly entry-level style kayak, and I'm gonna get paddled out of here a little bit, or pedaled out here a little bit rather, and toss out my lures. The docks and the boat ramps are full of bass boats that are currently coming off some kind of tournament today here at the lake. So I'm gonna go troll around some lures where I'm not around anybody and hope to catch something. So let's get some lines in the water, shall we? All right, so for those of you who don't know, I'm using a Shakespeare Ugly Stick medium action with a Zebco 33 reel. And we got I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but a jointed Rapala, one of my favorite lures to troll with here, in a shad color, because this lake is chock full of shad. Get my drag set real quick. It's got a 6-pound mono line on it. So we're gonna get these casted out, and we're gonna troll, I don't know, around 2 miles an hour. I'm gonna make my way back right over this way, kind of follow these rocks a little bit. Then there's a cove right back over here that last week I was catching some smallmouth bass in, so we're gonna go give that a shot. So yeah, this kayak, I was talking about it a second ago and I got sidetracked. This is the Hoodoo Voyager 100P, which is a entry-level, fairly cheap priced pedal drive kayak. I'll tell you what, for the money, it's a heck of a good kayak. I only paid 1,200 bucks for it, plus shipping. And the coolest thing about it is, I didn't have to spend a penny up front. I'm making payments on it, interest-free payments. Too early in the day, y'all. It's So I only get 1 day a week to fish. Looks like those guys over there got one in that bass boat there. I only get 1 day a week to really fish because I like going early in the morning. I prefer it anyways, to beat the heat and to beat the crowd. But today's a Sunday and I made it out here a little bit late. It's right around 2:30. So I know I missed the morning bite, but we can still catch fish in the afternoon. I don't think this lure's working right. May have seaweed on it. I don't know. Let me see here. Yeah, I'm gonna reel it in. I just feel better if I checked it out. Yeah, sometimes with these Rapalas, they get hung up in the moss down in the bottom here, and you got people screaming on their boats right there that could wake the dead. I miss the days I was able to come out here on weekdays. My old schedule, I used to work a 4 on and 2 off, which pretty much means I get the weekends off, something like every 5 to 6 weeks or something like that. So it was nice to, when my kids were in school, it's summer break right now, but when my kids were in school, I'd able to wake up early in the morning and head out here to the lake. Oh yeah, I rolled that in for nothing. Ain't nothing wrong with that lure. Y'all need to tell me not to be so paranoid. So yeah, all I got now is Sundays out here. That's I guess that's what everybody else out here gets. But yeah, like I was saying last week, make sure the camera angle's good. I don't want you guys just staring up into the sky. I'm not really good at this. But yeah, last week I was out here for, I don't know, 3-4 hours. It's a good thing I got here in the morning because it got so packed being Memorial Weekend, they shut down the lake. They stopped allowing visitors to come in. So I got a few hours in, caught a couple smallmouth bass and a ton of bluegill, which I hope to go do a little ultralight fishing with. And I'll show you my setup for ultralight fishing. I'm bringing it around here. Now, for those of you who watch my older videos, you know I worked over the road. I used to do natural gas inspection all across the eastern seaboard. So I think I bought this guy in Pennsylvania. I can't really remember, maybe it was Kentucky, but just a cheapo little Shakespeare Durango ultralight rod's 5 foot long and little Zebco Micro 33 reel. Now, before you guys say anything in the comments, I know how to use a spin cast. All right. It's not that I don't know how to use a spin cast. It just, when I was working over the road, I wanted to spin. I didn't take my fishing gear with me into the airport because it just cost way too much. So I bought fishing gear where I went, and I kept them in my company truck. So it made sense to me to buy just the cheapest reels. I had different rods on these reels here. I just bought these rods for these reels, but it made the most sense to me to buy the cheapest reels because honestly, I thought I was going to throw them away when I was done with them. You know, when I quit over the road work and when I was done, but I ended up kind of liking them. In one of my videos, I brought in a pretty good size flathead catfish in one of them reels without a problem. So I gave the rods away when I was over the road to a guy, and I kept the reels. I just tossed them in my suitcase when I quit working over the road, got the airport home, and here I have them. And that goes for that ultralight rod behind me. But the gentleman, I talked to a guy that was, he was at the check-in, I guess. They had a little clear bag just full of bass. And he told me they're hitting like crazy, so I'm hoping to catch one trolling here. I usually catch spotted bass and sometimes a smallmouth or two and even wiper trolling lures, so that's kind of what we're going to be going for the first couple of hours while we just BS. And so I'll come up with the topic here and let's just talk kayaks. You know, I'll tell you guys how I got into kayak fishing. So before, I used to fish out of, you know, off the bank a lot. I'd have a backpack with my fishing pole in it and my gear and whatnot, and I'd ride my bike up and down the bike paths of our river, and it went to a couple of lakes, and then that's how I would fish. And I moved up to an inflatable boat, which is the Intex Mariner 4. And the reason I moved to an inflatable boat is because they had a spot to put a trolling motor on. And back then here in the state of Colorado, you didn't have to register a boat by putting an electric trolling motor on it. I mean, the only way you had to register it is if you had a gas motor on. So I thought, you know, I can go ahead and skip all that paperwork BS and that. Just get a battery and a trolling motor in my inflatable boat and fish all over the lake. So I did that for quite a few years. And then Colorado, for some reason, decided it wanted more money. So they went ahead and started making you register your boats, kayaks, or whatever, no matter what kind of motor was on it. The only way you can get away from it is if you rode it, or row as in this, not rode on it. If you used oars on it, and here comes the wind. Lord Almighty, I hope you guys can hear me, but If not, I'm sorry. As I'm getting slapped in the face by my life jacket straps. Not a good start here, guys. Not a good start. So the only way you can get away with not getting paying the registration for your boat is literally having a pedal drive kayak or just rowing it everywhere. And that kind of made me upset, you know. The whole reason I bought the inflatable boat is so I could just save some money, and plus I like electric trolling motors better for smaller bodies of water rather. Just more reliable. You ain't got to rebuild a carburetor, screw with the spark plugs, or change oil, or quite literally you charge the battery, you hook up the trolling motor and go. So I started watching YouTube videos and stumbled upon Kayak Catfish. He's my favorite YouTuber right now, and I learned a lot of things from him. So I go screwing around on Facebook Marketplace, and I find a gentleman who is selling his kayaks, 3 of them, for $150. The problem was he's located about an hour away, and I didn't have a pickup. So I called up my older brother who has a pickup, and I told him, you know, hey, I need to borrow your pickup to go pick up these 3 kayaks. I will give you 2 of them for him and his family if you let me. And so that's what I did. And it was, I mean, they were cheap box store kayaks, you know. It was the 2 of them were Lifetime Tamarack 100s, which are great entry-level kayaks. I mean, if you just want to get on the water and try out a kayak, it's a really nice kayak. And the other one was a sit inside. I think it was, was it the Field and Stream Blade, I want to say it was, if memory serves me right. And I went ahead and used that kayak for, oh man, what was it, 1.5, 2 years? And for some reason, I'm guilty of this all the time, you know, I wanted something better, and I didn't do my research. I went up to my local Bass Pro Shop to look around and ended up purchasing an Ascend 12T, which it was a fine kayak. It was a regular paddle kayak, but I kind of underestimated its weight. And I mean, it's not overly heavy. I think it's around 80 pounds, but I car topped my kayak, so it was a bit cumbersome to, especially on windy days, to pick it up on the car. And I got a bit of a messed up back, so it didn't help the case any. So I went ahead and sold it for what I bought it for, or pretty close to what I bought it for. Been used 4 or 5 times, and a gentleman really wanted it, so I sold it to him. And shortly after that, the Lifetime Tamarack Pro came out. Now I'm a fan of Lifetime kayaks because I know they're a box store kayak. I know it's a kayak that a lot of the Hobie or Old Town owners, not all of you, but a lot of them will say, you know, buy it once, cry once. There's nothing like a Hobie. There's nothing like an Old Town. And, you know, not all of us guys have like $2,000 to $3,000 to spend on a kayak. So, but I picked up the Lifetime Tamarack Pro, which was the upgrade to the Lifetime Tamarack. And the upgrades included, you know, it had a little hatch in front of you here that had a little bucket in it, which is really neat. So you could toss some tackle in it, some lures, some tackle, and had the frame style seat. Lifetime took notes, you know. They looked up YouTube videos, and if you look up Lifetime Tamaracks, 90% of the videos you probably click on are going to be how to put a stadium seat on it. So Lifetime took note. And they said, I got a text on my phone. Hold on real quick. 1 second, folks. See, that's the thing about these real life fishing videos. I got a coworker. Got a good coworker friend of mine. Or was the Lifetime Tamarack Pro. So they put a frame seat on it. They made it a little bit wider, and they changed the hull of it so it's a little more stable. I'm getting snagged here, y'all, or that's a fish. We'll see. I'm getting in the shallow water right here, so yeah, I was snagged. We're gonna reel this rod up because it's a deep diving lure. We're getting a little bit shallow back here. And we'll get back to the stories. Any of you guys vegetarians? Does this count as a catch to a vegetarian, y'all? Some fresh seaweed here. I'm not a vegetarian. Not that there's anything wrong with it. I just like I like bacon and steak too much. All right, let's get this rod back in the holder here. All right, so I done drifted and I think my line got caught up. There we go. So the Lifetime Tamarack Pro. I mean, it's my favorite kayak so far, well, besides my pedal drive here, but I've had that kayak for, I think I had it 4 or 5 years. It's Lordy days, people. It's my day off. Leave me alone. Oh yeah. So anyway, I had that kayak for a good 4 or 5 years. And it was perfect. It was lightweight, real stable for sitting down. And now you couldn't really stand up in them kayaks. And I don't even really stand up in kayaks myself. I'm too lazy. If I'm out fishing, y'all, I'm gonna be sitting on my butt. And it had plenty of room in the back of the tank. Well, it was a perfect fit for me for a while. And just by happenstance, I was screwing around on Facebook, or not Facebook, I'm sorry, on the internet, looking up these kayaks like this one here, and stumbled upon Hoodoo. And I learned my lesson. I started doing a lot of research before I bought something expensive. Now that Lifetime Tamarack Pro, it was only, I think I paid $700 for 2 of them because I bought one for the wife. So, you know, I didn't think I can get my money back if I wanted to resell them if I didn't like them. So I picked up I looked on the Hoodoo's website, checked their kayaks out, and they had quite a few nice ones. I mean, they got the fin style drive kayaks, kind of like your Hobie style, and they also have these pedal drives. And these here are just like the native drives. I think the direct copy of the native drive, so they're pretty robust. I haven't heard a lot of complaints about them, and y'all, I'm getting a little bit parched, and I think I'm gonna get sunburned to the tongue talking too much. So let me just take a quick drink. So I joined a Facebook group for Hoodoo kayak owners and started asking everybody their opinion. And everybody had nothing but positive things to say about it. Even people that had their kayaks for, you know, 2 to 4 years. You know, I wasn't just asking people who just got their kayak, you know, because that's the honeymoon phase where, I mean, it could be the biggest piece of crap in the world, but they're excited to have it for that first few months, you know. And so I dug down, did my research, and everybody said this little Voyager was a good kayak, so I took their word for it, and so far they're right. And I'm getting snagged up at this rod here. Man. I must be in some shallow water right now. And I left my graph in the car because other than telling me speed, it does me no good right now. I'm not looking for any structure or anything like that, so I thought of just leaving it. But I know towards the back of this cove here, I think I'm being followed by boats. Come on, guys, there's a whole lake out there. But let me get this lure in. Y'all, I can't multitask. It's a wonder I could chew my food and breathe at the same time. Here's my favorite part about this kayak now. I'll pull the camera out to show you. They got this here. That's the front rod holder. That way you can do things like this here. You work on unhooking a fish or a tangle, changing lures, you know, anything. Oh man, I hope I don't get tagged for copyright for these boats playing music. If I do, I'll deal with it. No, I don't. You know, I was going to head back into this cove, but I don't think I'm going to anymore. All right. Let's make a U-turn here, y'all. Everybody wants to escape into the coves. I know a cove to go to. We're going to troll over there. Y'all, I try to keep lines in the water at all times, so that's exactly what we're going to do. Now, I'll post this video whether I catch fish or not, because, you know, I'm not all about views and subscribers. This is just a hobby for me. You know, I don't make a living doing this YouTube stuff. I'll get back to the Hobie kayak. I go on tangents, y'all. You're gonna, if y'all watch these reel fishing videos, and they're gonna be spelled like a fishing reel, so, you know, a little bit of play on words. You're gonna hear me just go off. You know, I could be talking about going to a restaurant one minute and then start talking about a killer chicken in Peru in the next minute. I'm just like that. So I'm gonna speed up here, get into some little bit deeper water. We'll cast back out and try to catch something. I did have braided line on this fish, these two fishing reels. And I mean, although it did work, it just didn't feel quite right. My camera not charging? My camera's not charging, so this may not even make it to a video. All right, y'all, I know I said this is gonna be real fishing, but it's getting real irritating, so I'm gonna have to pause the video. We'll come right back. All right, I promise y'all, only like 10 seconds has passed, but I had to fix my camera wasn't charging. I got a, and I'll put a link to it on Amazon, or I'll put an Amazon link to it in case y'all are interested, but I have a, it's just a little charger, a little handle rather. You know those battery packs you can get for your cell phone? It's just like that, but it's a handle for a GoPro. So I use that and stick it into my life jacket. And y'all, you probably can't see, but that piece of PVC up there, that base, if I catch a good enough fish, well, that's my front camera mount there. A piece of PVC will go into that, and it'll give me a front picture, or a forward-facing camera picture of the fish. So, all right, I think we're far enough away. Let's chuck this lure out and see what we can do. Now, I don't remember what I was talking about earlier, man. I just had that camera have that malfunction on me and trying to get away from these people, man. I'm not a social person. I mean, if somebody comes up to me and, you know, says, you know, hey, how you doing, and catch anything, I don't mind that small talk, but I don't prefer to get much more deeper than that. But what we're going to do, though, we're going to make our way back to a cove. If we go up here a little ways, probably about, I don't know, 150 yards or so. And then the cove cuts into the left. Hopefully we'll kind of escape the masses in there. A pretty hot day today, too. I don't know if the thermometer on my car was correct, but said it was 94 degrees out here. And I thought, oh, man. You know, I don't deal with the heat too well, y'all. It's, I like the cold better. The fish sure don't around here. I can't catch a fish in the cold weather if my life depended on it. And apparently I can't catch a fish if my life depended on it right now. Man, we're having a hard time. You know, maybe if we get both lines in the water, it'd help. I'll tell y'all a little story here in a minute. It's a story about a bad habit. Now, I don't know if you're allowed to do this on YouTube. If not, I'm sure I'll get, people cuss all the time on YouTube and all the other stuff, but I smoke cigarettes, y'all. Disgusting habit. And I wish I never started. And if those of you who don't smoke and you haven't started yet, just don't. Trust me. Horrible idea. Oh, come on, man. That's maybe fate telling me I can't smoke. I can't light this dang cigarette. Can't catch a fish, can't light a cigarette. Can't remember what the heck I'm talking about. All right, hang on a minute, y'all. Y'all stare at that front beautiful view for a minute. Might be crooked. Look at that water there. We got it. All right, so growing up, I'm 35 years old, so I grew up in the 90s. My parents smoked like trains. My dad recently quit, and my mom's no longer with us. But, I mean, my mother would smoke 2-3 packs a day. It was insane. I smoke a pack a day. And, I recently talked to my doctor about Chantix to quit, so that's coming up here real soon. I can't tell you how much money it's going to save me. But, when I was younger, I mean, I'm talking 8 years old through 15, you know, my mom smoked like a train, man. It was, I mean, she would probably light her next cigarette up with the cigarette she was done with. It was so bad. And when I turned 18, I done told her, I said, Mom, if you don't quit, I'll start. And I've always pestered her to quit for many years. You know, me and my little sister would hide her pack of cigarettes, but only good that done is get us grounded or in trouble. So I thought, you know, this is my final stand, you know, and Mom, if you don't quit, I'll start. And I thought, you know, oh, that's my baby. I don't want him to be doing none of that bull crap. And guess what, y'all? Did I start smoking at 18? Yes. Was it the dumbest decision of my life? Also, yes. Did my mom quit smoking? No. So, you know, here we are, what, 16, 17 years later, and I'm smoking cigarettes. But right now I'm doing trying to do the right thing to get on Chantix and stop. So, now, here's something y'all don't know about me, and I don't remember if I said it in any of my other videos, but I'll say it now. I am 35 years, or close to 35 years rather, this December, post-liver transplant recipient. And, you know, for those of you who don't know what that is, you know, if you have a failed organ, it could be, you know, heart, liver, pancreas, and maybe small bowel. Or transplant is, they take a good healthy organ from a donor, maybe somebody that, you know, passed away tragically, and then who happens to be an organ donor, and they give that organ to the person in need of it. And if y'all comment you want me to go really deep in that story, y'all let me know. I'll do it in the next video. Next Sunday we'll have something to talk about, because I can go on 2 hours talking about it probably. Anyway, so I had a liver transplant, and to protect my liver from my own body trying to kill it, because, you know, it's not part of you. It's a working organ, but I mean, my immune system don't know the difference. So I got to take these special medications to keep my body from killing it. And one of those medications interacts a little bit with Chantix. See that carp jump right in front of me, y'all? You got to get a cameo of that. Them carp are hopping and jumping. Man, we got to get our carp gear out here. Anyway, though, so I'm in talks with, I have liver transplant doctors and my primary care doctor, and they are working them out amongst each other if it's, you know, safe for me to start Chantix to quit smoking, because I'm serious. I've tried quitting, y'all. It's almost impossible. My dad quit. He made it look easy. My dad smoked non-filtered cigarettes for years. I don't know how his lungs ain't shot, man. They don't make them like they used to, I'll tell you that, man. My dad's a little bit older in years. He's 75 years old right now. Or he'll be 75 this year. But they don't make them like they used to, bud. I mean, this may get me some thumbs down, but if you misgender somebody these days, it gives them a heart attack. But if you give somebody could, you know, 20, 30 years ago could smoke unfiltered cigarettes for 20, 30 years and be left almost unharmed. But yeah, I told my mom I'd start smoking, and y'all, that was the dumbest decision ever. Another dumb decision too is, so I was transplanted as an infant, okay? I was 9 months old, so I didn't remember or experience the trauma before and after the surgery. Because, you know, from the people I talk to who have it done, you know, and the years they remember, it's pretty traumatic. So I didn't take care of myself like I should have through the years, you know, and I drank some beers in my life. I don't think I was ever an alcoholic, but I'm sober now. I don't drink at all anymore, not a sip of alcohol. But I used to drink beers. I feel terrible for it because, you know, it's kind of a, I'd say, I mean, I don't know. Is it a spit in the face of the donor family, you know? Like, how could, you know, on one hand, we got a fish on, y'all. I think. We'll get back to it. This fish probably drinks too many beers and thought this lure was a fish here. He's running towards me if it is a fish. If it is a fish, it ain't very big. We got some time in a video here. Yeah, I think it's a fish. Oh, he's fighting now, not fighting hard. Are you kidding me? It's a trout. Let me get the net here. I don't like touching these guys if I don't have to. My net's stuck, y'all. Can you reach back there and grab it? Here we go. Lordy days, fish. Come on up here. There we go. Hey, a little rainbow, y'all. Look at that. We'll get the front camera out for you, Rainbow. You're the first fish of the day. You get that honorary prestige. Let me put my cigarette out. And I'm not tossing it in the water, y'all. I'll put it here in a kayak. I'm not a litter bug. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You unhooked yourself, fish. All right. Well, thank you very much, buddy. Awfully nice of you. Y'all, my lure got, you know what? We're going to get a trout are pretty sensitive. We're just going to set this net back here. The lure's still hooked to it and get a front camera shot of him real quick. You hang on a minute there, Mr. Trout. Oh, he's under my seat now. Lordy days, Trout. I'm trying to make this quick as possible, y'all. I don't like keeping him out of the water too long, but let's get this camera mount up. Oh, let's get that up here. Where you at, Mr. Timmy the Trout? Where are you? You trying to get a free ride? No free rides, Trout. Where is? There he is. Oh, Lordy. He's upset, man. Let's just take a quick look, Trout. You need to behave, bud. You're in my kayak. You need to behave. All right, get out of here. That fish done made a mess, y'all. It's a wonder why he wasn't fighting too hard. This is a dang little trout. I usually don't catch them this time of the year in May. I usually get them during the colder months. Oh, he's laying right there. I think I made him bleed a little bit. Well, he's going to be some catfish food then. I feel guilty of that. I shouldn't have kept him out of the water so long, but I'm gonna try to revive him real quick. Let's get our lure out real quick of our net. The joy of kayak fishing, y'all. Not much space, and it's easy to get all tangled up and stuff. Well, at least we got one fish on this video, y'all. I didn't get skunked. Oh, he's moving. He's moving around a little bit. He's trying. Come here, buddy. You trying to get another cameo here? No, he's going. No, he's just in shock a little bit, I guess. Come here, buddy. Oh, there he goes. He went. Y'all, I know. I mean, let's get this out of the way. This eyesore in front of y'all. I know that I shouldn't have kept that fish out of the water at all. I just wanted to get a front camera shot of him, but he swam off. I don't see him anywhere around me anymore. If it's a trout, y'all, I'm not going to do that. They're real sensitive. You pull them out of the water like that. They don't like being out of the water too long. Typically, you want to just catch them right away and throw them back as fast as you can. And I should have wet my hands before touching him. Man, see, I'm forgetting everything today, y'all. My brain's fried. But all right, you know, at least we got our first fish. Let's that trout says I have to quit smoking. He kicked my cigarettes into the water. Maybe I ought to listen. That trout's smarter than I am. I better listen to him. Lord have mercy, I am. My other rod got tangled up while reeling that fish in. Y'all, technical difficulties. You're seeing it all today. There we go. I can't chew gum and walk, y'all. This is tough. But I won't trade it for nothing. I'm tangled with the tip. Oh, did they come undone? Darn lure, come here, you. Shoot. Dadgummit. Y'all, I'd edit all this crap out, but this is real fishing right here. Y'all are just with me in the kayak, listening to me talk about transplantations and smoking and whatnot. And I appreciate y'all sticking with me here as we go through all this. Let's get this lure cast back out, y'all. We're going to go back to that cove still. Oh, there we go. What were we talking about, y'all? I forgot. Is there dementia for people 35 years old, y'all? I swear there is. But, anyway, I think we were talking about organ transplantation in the Chantex, right? Oh, no. I was talking about drinking. But, you know, on one hand, so is it a spit in the face of the donor's family that, you know, you have a few beers? I'm not talking about being a full-on alcoholic, you know, drinking a half bottle of whiskey a night. I'm talking about, you know, you on a Sunday, you know, you barbecue some burgers, have 2 or 3 beers. That's about what I did. I never drank more than 4 and 5 in a setting. Well, I lied. I did years ago, but that hasn't happened in the last 10 years or so. But is it a spit in the face to do that? Or is it a spit in the face not to live life? I mean, I'm an organ donor, y'all. I'm definitely am. An organ donor saved my butt many years ago. And if... I mean, I'm gonna be, when I donate my organs, I'm gonna be dead, y'all. So I won't really know what's going on. But if I had the choice, if the individual want to experience life, you know, drink some beers, you know, party a little bit, I say live life. You know, that's just my opinion, though. And I know there's some people out there that really struggle with alcoholism, you know, and their livers are failing, and it's very addictive when you're an alcoholic, you know. It runs in some people's family. It's a tragic thing, really. So I know it probably, for the people that, you know, faced alcoholism for many years, and y'all didn't tell me this camera was out of whack here. Y'all need to tell me when I'm messing up. But alcoholism is a terrible thing, you know, and there's some people that luckily got a transplant because they destroyed their liver with alcoholism, and I don't want to offend them, you know. And in today's world, you could offend anybody by anything. That's the sad but true part. It's kind of stupid and it sucks. But you got to watch what you say anymore, man, on social media, on this YouTube, on anything. But I think on this channel, though, I'm going to speak my mind. Because if somebody doesn't like it, they can just easily click off. You know, they could just say, oh, you know, screw this guy, and click off the video, which I don't mind if you do. If this doesn't fit your taste, then it doesn't fit your taste. I'm not going to hate you over it. So, that's to tell you all about last weekend. It was Memorial Weekend, and I mean, I'd rather take a bath with a toaster than come out to a packed lake. But I thought if I come out real early and leave early, you know, it wouldn't be a big deal. Something just come up out of the water right here in front of me. Is that is that a carp? But I come out, I was out here, I think I had the kayak on the water right about 6:30-ish. Boy, I tell you what, it got busy fast. We got a dead fish over here. Let's go see what's going on with this guy. Or is that trash? If that's trash, I'm gonna pick it up. There's something over here, y'all. I'm gonna go see what it is. My line's gonna get tangled up behind me. I don't care though. The curiosity gets to me sometimes, you know. You know what they say, curiosity killed the cat. It looks like a dead fish to me. Let's go see what it is. As I get my line untangled. Get you out of my jacket pocket here. We'll take a look at it. Oh, that's a carp. Boy, he's seen better days, huh? Man. Yeah, sometimes you'll find, from a distance, it looked like a gizzard shad to me. Don't ask me why. But sometimes you'll get these dead gizzard shad, and it's, if you get them fresh enough, you know, if they died that day, they make really good catfish bait. But yeah, I was out here last weekend, man, and tell you what, holy crap was it busy. I showed up at 6:30, man, and this lake was filled to the brim at about 8:39 in the morning, man. Everybody had the same idea I did. As you can see, there's a lot of boats out there. See, that's where they should stay, man. Stay out there, y'all. Back here's a wakeless zone. This is why I'm always liking this cove here. Sorry about that, y'all. That was kind of gross. I had a little mucus buildup. That was kind of unexpected right now, y'all. The rainbow trout. I don't catch them this time of year a lot. Not this far out of the mountains anyways. I mean, if I go a couple hours in my west, you know, you got the Rocky Mountains. A big old carp right there just jumped. I was talking about the mountains, and that carp thought I was pointing the camera towards it, trying to get a free cameo in the video. You got to pay me, fish. Pay me by biting my lure. You know, carp don't bite lures, so what the heck am I getting at? But if you go up in the mountains, though, you got 11 Mile Spinny Mountain Reservoir this time of the year. The water temp's up there a little bit cooler, so you'll catch a lot of trout up there this time of year. Water temp here is about, last weekend it was about 61, 62 degrees. So I'm no biologist, you know, I just experience I've had over the years, and trout typically don't bite with water that warm. Now water's way up this year. Past couple of years has been way up. 2-3 years ago, I don't know if y'all can see it on a video, but there's a buoy right over here, and under that buoy is a point. And I used to drop anchor on my old kayak over there, and I'd fish with live bluegill about 3-4 inches long. I'd just toss my cast net up by the docks, and I'd get a chock full of bluegill and use them as bait, and I'd catch spotted bass and caught a couple of pretty good sized walleye, you know, in the mid 20-inch range. I think my personal best back here is like 26 inches. But one day I was doing the same thing, and there's a brush pile kind of under where I was fishing. We got a yacht back here. Oh my goodness, come on. But I was over a brush pile, and the tip of my rod just kind of went, you know, down a little bit. Another jump right here. But the tip of my rod went down, and it held down, so I thought, you know, maybe that bluegill swam into a brush pile, and my kayak kind of moving in the wind a little bit caused my pull to snag up. And I gave it a few seconds, and I was dealing with my other rod, you know, I was putting the bait down, and I grabbed the rod on my right, and it just took off. Started pulling, and it started pulling my kayak with the 5-pound anchor down. So I thought, my goodness, you know, it's what the heck is this? And I'm about 99% sure it was a good sized flathead catfish. They're in here, not in huge numbers or anything, but they're in here. And I got bass fishermen following me back here. Come on, guys. Hey, I don't like talking in front of people, but All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna reel our rods in. I'm gonna talk kind of quietly, y'all. I don't like talking in front of people, but I'm gonna reel these in. We're gonna get our wacky rig ready. There's no reason why I ain't catching nothing on that one. I got seaweed full. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. Get all this sea moss off it. This lake cabbage, I like to call it sometimes. I'll get most of it off. I'm not gonna spend all day cleaning it. We'll let it dry out a bit and pick it off as we go. We're gonna get this rod here ready. Y'all, people got hundreds of acres of lake out here, and you got to be right on my butt. We go reeling this lure here too, and we're gonna go right up against the shoreline there and start tossing the wacky rig. And if I see some bluegill flipping, we're also gonna toss out the ultralight. Well, I'm trying to think what I want to do here, y'all, so I ain't got nowhere else to put this rod here. Let's stick it in here for now. I'm a right-handed fisherman, so we're gonna do this here. I'll show y'all. We are gonna take this rod, we'll stick her right here. Here's what we'll do. This is how to keep it out of the way. Y'all, I'm a genius. There we are. Just kind of keep the rod out of the way here. Let's reach back here to our trusty tackle box. Let's put the net here while we're at it, y'all. I'm going to put it right here. That way she's ready to go and doesn't get hung up. I'm going to get my jig stuff out. That is not my jig stuff. That is, in fact, my lures. I should have a couple of stick baits in here. Under my cutting board here. Y'all need to remind me to organize this tackle box next time I get a chance. Ah, here we go. See if this guy works, shall we? If y'all were nice to me, y'all be organizing this tackle box right now. Y'all ain't doing nothing else. Y'all ain't netting my fish. You're not adding to the conversation. You're just hitching a free ride on this kayak watching me do all the work. This is just a 5-inch Yum stick bait. It's what I like Yum better. To me, they sink a little bit slower and have a little more action. So let's pedal right over here. There's a submerged log here I know of. This is where I caught my smallmouth last weekend. And we'll spend about an hour or so just tossing at this bank trying to catch bass. And if not, then we're going to go back to the docks and ultralight fish. What do you guys think? Oh, those are just some tournament guys that were releasing the fish they caught, I think. Well, it looks like we're working. Another reason they're working on their outboard out there, looks like. That's another reason I don't have a boat. I ain't got to work on no outboard. No maintenance. I do want to put a trolling motor in this kayak though in the center here. All right, I'll tell y'all what we're gonna do. I think we're gonna drop our anchor. Yeah, let's drop our anchor. I'll show y'all my anchor here. This is just a 5-pound weight from Walmart and a diving reel from Amazon. Total cost about 25 bucks. So I'm just gonna drop the anchor off to the side and tie off right here, y'all. Watch this. Well, that's pretty deep, man. Holy cow. And I'm gonna attach my diving reel right here. We're gonna reel some of it in. I don't want to be drifting off a lot of places, so All right. I'm going to toss this wacky rig against this tree. Now, don't you make fun of my cast, y'all. It's been a while. I spend most of my time, how about that? I spend most of my time trolling lures and bait fishing. But around this time of year, I like to toss a wacky rig out. I usually do pretty dang good. I forgot my anchor last time I came out here, though, and real frustrating trying to stay in one spot and cast. I did manage a smallmouth, though, so. Well, that's take bait. Lordy days, y'all are just staring at my floor. Pick your heads up, y'all. Look what I'm doing here. How am I supposed to teach you anything? So I'm just gonna give it a few twitches, and I'm watching my line where it goes in the water. Looking for a fish to take off with it. There's no exact science to it. Just do what I do, you know, let it sink down pretty good, give it a pause for a few seconds and start reeling it in. I don't know, maybe these bass fishermen already came over here and cleared out these trees. I wouldn't be a bit surprised. I'm not too deep right now. I know I'm going to be over here. There's some submerged timber over here. I don't know if I can cast that far. We can give it a shot. Well, no, not really, but we'll give it a chance, huh? And by all, I'm going to violate YouTube standards again by lighting another cigarette. That is, yeah, they're still dry. I kind of smoke a lot myself too, but only when I'm not working, really. When I'm fishing or taking a long drive is when I tend to smoke the most. Y'all hear me huffing and wheezing over here, coughing away. I'll get a few casts over here, and if we don't get anything, we're gonna saddle back up and troll our way over to the docks and do a little ultralight fishing and probably end the video there. We'll see if we can get on a good bite over here. This would be a good spot to carp fish, because when I was out here over the weekend, and here comes the wind again, and it's pushing my anchor too. I know what we got to do. Let's we'll let a little more line out. Actually, what I'm going to do, because I have it to the side of the kayak, I'm going to attach it to the back. Hope I don't drop it. Get it to spin me a little bit. I think I stopped. All right. Man, this wind stinks, and I'm moving again. Right when I want to stop and fish, y'all, this happens. Well, note to self, 5-pound anchor isn't enough. We're gonna have to go deeper into this cove here.
Brother, you can fish right by us if you want.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, it's okay. Yeah, let's anchor. Let's pull up anchor and go deeper in the cove. Kayak's worst nightmare's a wind. Y'all just pay attention to the view while I get all this cleaned up. Y'all can't even reel this anchor line in for me. Oh, man. This is real fishing, y'all. This is stuff I normally edit out, but you're going to get it all here today. Hope that clicking and clattering don't annoy you. Get past these people here. Y'all do some good today? You do any good?
We're just our throttle stuck, so we can idle, but there seems to be a mechanical issue, so I don't know exactly.
Oh no, man, that stinks.
Yeah. How you doing? Catching it?
Oh, I actually caught a rainbow out there about 20 minutes ago.
Nice.
Yeah, this time of year, I didn't expect that.
No way.
Kind of hide in the cove back here from the wind, see if I get anything back here.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know too much about mechanical problems on these boats, man. It stinks. So hopefully, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna come right back here. Y'all hide. Hopefully back here, hide from the wind. There's a brush pile sticking out right here. I'm gonna cast out wacky rig right into that and see if we can get anything, y'all. I don't see any bluegill in these shallows though. They're usually not concentrated up here. They're always over by the dock. I didn't even check the lens, man. Y'all guys, y'all camera lens is wet. Maybe a little dirty though. I need to wash your faces, y'all. Did your mom teach you anything? Did y'all mothers teach you anything? Uh-oh. My mom better teach me how to drive a kayak. All right, yeah, let's stick the anchor down right here. I don't want to drift too close to that brush pile here. Hopefully it stops us. All right, it did. So let's give it a go, y'all. Nope, y'all didn't see that. Don't y'all know how to cast, man? You guys can't cast. You guys can't net my fish. You can't go and fetch me lunch. You just a bunch of freeloaders. So I'll throw a few times at this brush pile here. If I don't catch nothing, I'm gonna head back deeper. The last weekend I was here, there was some fish, some bass holding up at them. And I think I used my grab line to grab onto that guy there. And below me, I saw some bass. They were sitting about 5-6 foot of water. So hopefully I can tag one of them before, I mean, if the bass people didn't come back here and take them all. It's enough time for it sinking. Let's see if we can get a bass, huh? Yeah, if I don't get a bite in the next half hour fishing like this, we're going to go to the dock and do a little ultralight fishing, man. If y'all don't ultralight fish, you're missing out. Y'all don't make fun of my bass fishing style. I don't know how to bass fish. This is, I do what I can, y'all. Oh Lord, I got right into that tree, didn't I? Shoot. Like, there we go. Grass is averted, y'all. Y'all done cast it over that tree. I can't believe y'all did that. Yeah, one of my very first video on YouTube, I'm doing this style of fishing. I was at Runyon Lake, which is just a real small public lake next to my house. It's located in the town, so there's a lot of good smallmouth and largemouth population in it. I caught some largemouth, but mostly smallmouth. Still fun though. and had a good day of fishing that day. Just too bad I didn't have a better camera for it, because the camera I was using, make sure the camera's right. The camera I was using back there was just a cheap old Picasso. I think it was like ES 2000 or something. Like, it was just, I mean, it was good for the money, but god awful, man. No image stabilization. The sound sounded like crap. It sounded like I was talking into a coffee mug. And anybody with any motion sickness would have vomited the first 10 seconds of the video, because that camera's just no image stabilization of any kind, y'all. Well, looks like the bass fisherman got to this tree before I could, so we're gonna go try another one. But that was my very first camera when I first started wanting to upload videos to YouTube. And you know, back then I wanted to make my own channel, you know, and see if it could do successful. I mean, it was fun, but nowadays I do it for a hobby. This is by no means my business. If it ever turns into that, man, it'd be pretty cool, but y'all, I'm not entertaining enough. I'm pedaling. Why are you guys pedaling forward, man? You're gonna get my prop all locked up in this moss and weeds in the bank. Why are y'all doing that? But yeah, I just bought a cheap camera because I didn't think I was gonna get deep into it. And I ended up taking that camera with me on the road and making some videos. I mean, you'll see in my past videos, I fish in, where'd I go? I fished at a spillway in Ohio where I caught my very first and only couple of flathead catfishes. I fished in Illinois. I think it was the Vermilion River. I can't remember which river it was. I gotta look it up with Google Maps later, but caught some gar. Long nose and short nose gar and some white bass. And actually, the one day I forgot to take my camera with me fishing, and I couldn't just drive back to get it because I was about 20 miles away from my hotel, so it was just kind of unheard of to go back. Kind of didn't make sense, but I brought hot dogs with me and caught a buffalo. He wasn't very big. He's probably 16 to 18 inches, but I was going for catfish and caught him. It's kind of a pleasant surprise, really. But one thing I noticed, I don't know why, but people hate gars in Illinois. And here's the worst part about it, man. Gar could breathe air, so if you throw them on a bank where they can't get in the water, man, it's not that they suffocate, they dry out to death. So it's a slow, painful death for those fish. I mean, and I saw a few people when I was down there in Illinois catching them and just toss them on a bank, you know, talking crap about them, and they're a trash fish. And man, if you actually look into it, man, they're a really interesting fish. I mean, they could breathe air. They got these sharp teeth. Their scales as hard as a bone, man. These things are just solid creatures. I loved catching them. They're a lot of fun. I went out there with a little Meps and oh Lord, I don't know why I done cast it there. I'm starting to drift off. I caught them on a little Meps. It was a good time, y'all. I mean, it was a hell of a good time. And it's much easier to catch them on a lure than on bait. So in that river, man, you had a crap load of shad. They're little, really tall, small, like that big, man. So I'd be walking down the creek, and it wasn't very, in spots it was real shallow. You just see a big ball of them, maybe 5-6 foot wide and long, and all balled up. So I just toss my cast net out and sometimes catch 90% of the school, and I'd only keep maybe 5 or 6 of them, you know, and use as bait to garfish. And tell you what, man, I'd put those on a bobber, and you see your bobber just go bloop, and you go to pull on it, nothing. And I fought hand and tooth to catch one. It was rough until I remembered, Y'all see that episode of River Monsters where Jeremy Wade goes to Texas for alligator gar? And they say when that gar takes the bait down, he's not inhaling the bait. There's a big shadow under me right now. Holy crap. I don't know if I was going to knock. Oh, it's a carp, y'all. Y'all see that? See that carp right there? Right in front of the kayak. That's a... Man, I wish I would have brought my carp gear out, but... Anyways, where was I? So, the episode of River Monsters, where Jeremy Wade goes and fishes for alligator gar down in Texas. And I remember he was saying to us, you got to let the gar take the bait down and count to 30. Because I guess they'll just nip at the bait and just kind of hold it in their mouth, you know, kind of play with it, chew it a little bit before they commit. And so that's what I started doing. And one thing I noticed, it was really neat. So these gar would set up in a pool on this creek. It was a slow straightaway of the creek. There was a pool, you could tell, because of kind of an eddy in the creek. But it was a straight shot down to like another pool. So what I noticed, I tossed, you know, a chunk of shad on the treble hook out on a bobber, and that bobber would go down a little bit, just barely under the water. You know, enough to tell a fish is on it, and it would start traveling downstream. And it would travel downstream probably, I don't know. Oh, we just had a big bite and lost my damn worm. Dang. Oh, all right. To be continued, y'all. We got to drop anchor right here. There's definitely some fish here, so we're going to drop anchor. And I'll continue the story in just a minute. So anyway, y'all, I felt that guy twitching. It was twitching my rod, and I paused to get him to really eat it, and then he took it down and just stopped, and then just took off. Oh, lordy days, what's going on with my phone now? Oh, so anyways, y'all, you got to be kidding me. Y'all, I hate the wind. Come on, hold up, anchor. Yeah, let me get my other stick bait out. I got one more. I can't find my, I got a soft bait tackle box and I couldn't find it. Oh, we got two more, okay. We got this one. Ow, hook. We got this one. So, anyway, y'all, so I watched that bobber go down, and it went downstream about 40, 50 yards, and it stopped. And then it started coming back upstream, and I figured out when he starts coming back upstream to set the hook. And here's what I think was going on with that. So there was a lot of gar in that pool. I mean, it was just chalk. I want to say at least 100 of them. And this creek was only about a little tiny river, but maybe, I don't know, 80 foot wide, shallow, slow moving. And that gar would grab the bait and he'd run away from the other gar and eat it in peace. So that way no other fish would come up and try to steal his meal. That was my assumption how it all worked. So once I figured out, you know, to allow that bait to sink, or not, oh my God, what am I talking about? I'm thinking about fishing with this wacky rig. So I thought about when I allowed that fish to take it that far away, let them commit to it and really eat it, that was the ticket to catching them. Until, so when I was down there, and it's on the video, y'all can watch it if you want. I think it's called This Pump House Was Full of Predator Fish or something like that. It's one of my earlier videos. Warning, it was the crap camera that shot the video, so don't make fun of my director skills. But there was an old pump house, I guess they called it, and this place was just chock full of fish, even silver carp, which if I had I would have tried to catch them if I had the right baits, but I didn't. But I would, after watching some YouTube videos and how-tos and all that other good crap, I would went to the Walmart and bought myself a Mepps lure. I think it's size 2 or so. I'm one of the smaller ones, y'all. And I'll tell you what, got a bite about every other cast, but it was hard to hook up on them, man. They got that real bony mouth, so to hook up on one, damn near impossible. So we're gonna sit here and fish a minute and try to knock out what's ever under this tree. And there's some brush to my left as well, so we'll knock that out before we move on. I'd say they're a really fun fish to catch, man, and just it kind of broke my heart to watch them just kill them on purpose, man. Maybe some of you who are from areas that have a lot of gar, you could chime in and tell me, you know, what's the big deal with them? Why do people kill them? Are they invasive? I don't think they're invasive in Illinois. It's kind of like carp fishing in this country, y'all. It's people hate it. I love catching them. They fight like crazy. You hear that? I don't know if the camera picked it up. Big old splash. Another carp splashing back here. He heard me talking about him. He's like, hey, Cody, I'm over here. Check it out. But, yeah, I mean, people hate carp over here. They say they're a trash fish. And, I mean, sure, you can't eat them. I mean, I'm sure you can if you knew how to cook them and that. But they're not really a fish that people really eat. But they are a lot of fun to fight, man. If you get light gear, you know, you get some 6-pound line and whatnot, they are a hoot to catch. They make these big old runs. A bluegill right under me. We may have to get that ultralight rod out and try it out here in a bit. I see a little, he about that big. Y'all, I ain't got the polarized lens on this here, but I do on my glasses. That's how I see them. I'm just trying to concentrate on fishing right now. I mean, I can't chew gum and walk, y'all, so when I'm lure fishing, it's I'm pretty zoned into it. There we go. That's where I want to be. I don't want to let it sink too much because there's a log in front of my lure now. Let me reel up on it. Let it sink down right there. Oh, there's a right in front of that log. If I ain't gonna get a bite there, I ain't gonna get a bite in this area. I don't believe I screwed the pooch missing that fish a few minutes ago. Probably spooked whatever it was over here. But I've never been a soft plastics kind of fisherman, y'all. Growing up, me and my older brother would always go fishing. Anytime I catch a bass, I'd catch him on a Panther Martin lure. I was never a crankbait or a soft plastics guy. So one day I just decided, you know, they had some stick baits for sale. And when I say stick baits, I mean these are rubber worms, you know, you use. And I thought, you know, what the heck, you know, I think it was $1 for a pack of 6. And I thought, you know, if I don't like it, it's only $1. I ain't losing out on much money. I'm cheap, but I ain't that cheap. And I thought, you know, what the heck. And I was fishing at Runyon, tossed it into some brush, and lo and behold, I caught a pretty decent bass. I think he's a largemouth. He's about 15 inches, you know. Really fun fight. And so about this time of year, you know, late spring, early summer, I'll take these soft plastics to the shallows and try to catch one. I did catch one last weekend. Little old smallmouth, but I caught 2 of them. The second one is probably just an inch bigger than a stick bait, about 6-7 inches. He wasn't big at all. I think after I reel this in for doo-doos and giggles, y'all, we're going to go ahead and hook up the ultralight rod and give it a go. I'm seeing a lot of little bluegill cruising around here, so there's got to be a little bit of bluegill fish never hurt anybody. And people, you know, a lot of people I talk to anyways, usually say bluegill fishing ain't fun. Make sure we're still rolling. I'm just talking to myself, looking like a fool out here. Oh yeah, we're still recording. Bluegill fishing, they say it's no fun, just because they don't fight. Well, if you get them on an ultralight rod, like the one I showed you guys earlier in the video, they fight like crazy, y'all. It's a really good time. So, all right, let's do that right now. We are going to switch out. We'll get back to the stick bait fishing in a minute, y'all. I want to switch things up a little bit. But anyway, I learned this style of fishing from kayak catfish, y'all. You'll hear a lot about them in my videos. So, one thing I learned is your Berkeley Gulp minnows, keep them in a urinary cup, or urine cup, specimen cup, whatever you want to call it. Because that's got a curly tail on it. We're not going to use that one. Hard to find a straight one, man. When they pack them in these jars, they pack them tight, but they don't leak. Y'all, they stay nice and sealed up. They stay better, longer. So, this is just a 1/64 ounce jig head off Amazon. I think it's like a size 8 or a size 10 hook. Can't quite remember. And a 1-inch gulp minnow I got from my local Sportsman's Warehouse is where I went. And kayak catfish taught me how to use these, and I tell you what, I never go anywhere without my my ultralight gear. In the summer anyways. This doesn't work too well in the winter because we just get them on there just like that. In the wintertime they're too deep. So let's cast right on that guy there. He had something jump there. It didn't sound like a carp. But I don't go anywhere without this ultralight fishing stuff, man. If I'm not catching any fish, you know, like bass fishing or trolling, I could always count on ultralight fishing to get me a fish or two. And catching bluegill on this really light gear, it's a whole lot of fun. You go to your local Walmart, you know, you spend 20 bucks on a reel that I got. Maybe another 10, 20 bucks on a rod, and you're set up, y'all. It's with this 2-pound test line, it casts really good. I'm just reeling. Oh, had a bite there. Missed him. But I'm just reeling kind of fast. It's really shallow there, and there's a lot of down timber in that area. And in this lake here, there's a ton of shad. That bluegill, he ate the tail. Watch him eat the tail of it. And I'm just reeling in fast. There's a lot of seaweed at the bottom. Not a real good place to ultralight fish because all this. It's that real sticky moss too, man. It just sticks to everything. Now that I can see the bait, I'm gonna slow down my presentation a little bit, let it go a little deeper, because I think the bigger bluegill are down deep. Well, maybe not, man. You see, once I get this ultralight rod out, man, these bluegill head for the hills. Not a real good place to ultralight fish though here, just because of all that dang seaweed. I'm watching a few small ones come chasing it. They're not quite big enough to get that gulp minnow. I got one here. Oh, no, he let go. These are perfect bait size bluegill too, y'all. I can use They're right next to the bait, y'all. They're just kind of looking at it. They're not really committed. I'm bopping one on the head right now. He just kind of gave me a weird look. I don't know what that was, but we're going to find out, hopefully. Loosen my drag a little bit just in case it's something good. Boy, is it hot out here today, man. Y'all think to pack an umbrella? Oh, I thought I had. No, I think that's just moss on my lure. And my drag's a little bit too loose. Yeah, let's make a few more casts with the ultralight rod, y'all, and then we'll, I'm thinking the fish may be in the shade. It's pretty warm out here. But this fish keeps jumping into deep water over here, so I'm going to make a few casts over there and do my best to catch one. If not, we'll cast a couple more times in the shallows here and see what we can come up with. But usually with this gulp minnow, they catch it on the fall. And if they don't, I'll reel in really slow and just give it a twitch as it's reeling in. And I can usually pick up a fish or two doing that. Yeah, it's weeds down there. All right, y'all, let's make one more cast over here. And if nothing, we're gonna lift anchor and head on our way. And I'm just reeling in kind of a little bit faster than I typically would just because of the moss. I don't want to get deep and cover the lure in moss. Boy, is it hot. Whew. You know, I'm getting nothing ultralight fishing, so. And I'm getting a little warm, so what I'm going to do, and I'm keeping this lure in the water because these, for you that use these gulp minnows, they like to dry out really quick. Reel it in just enough where it's just underwater. And bluegill under it looking at it. Y'all had your chance, bluegill. Y'all weren't interested now, or then. You done lost your chance to get a free meal. We're gonna put this rod up here with us, lift anchor, and head down the cove a little bit. Hit. Now I need to put a safety line on this to keep this from falling in the water. And I'm doing all that in hooking. I lost a diving reel that way before a long time ago. I went to throw anchor and I totally forgot it wasn't attached to the kayak. All right, y'all. It's pretty hot and I'm tired. At least y'all could do is pedal me to the spot, but y'all, I can't depend on you for that. I want to go slow though, because I want to look down and see if I see anything. I want to remember structure and stuff when I come back through this way. There's some shade over here. Boy, I'll tell you, that shade feels good. I think we're going to park here and toss it. Take a break in the shade, y'all. Y'all okay with that? Are y'all gonna pedal me everywhere? All right. Back pedal real quick. I see some action over here, so yeah, let's take a break right here in the shade, y'all. It's 90-something degrees out here, and y'all ain't helping me pedal this beast around, so why should I do all the work? You can hear all the kids out there just hooting and hollering and screaming. All right. Perfect cast. Oh, I think that was a branch and not a fish. Am I still moving? Ain't no wind here. Ain't no way I could be moving. Yeah, it looks good in the water. There's not fish around, man. I ain't turned on. Something ain't going my way today. Things ain't going my way. That happens, y'all. Oh, Lord. I had a bite there. My drag was too loose. Shoot. I had another bite there. I think we might be onto him now, y'all. We'll see. Maybe I'm just rubbing on bottom. I'm getting overexcited. I know Justin from Kayak Catfish, man, he catches channel cat and my phone keeps going off. I'm getting tired of that thing. But I got to keep it on for the wife and kids. Make sure it's not an emergency. Oh, just low battery warning. Okay, I could do that. Nobody trying to get a hold of me. I'll take it. So, that Kayak Catfish, man, he catches everything on this ultralight. Well, why'd y'all do that? You know, ain't no fish in trees. My gosh, y'all. Y'all can't do nothing right today. Oh, man. Y'all are the worst fishing partners ever. Y'all didn't bring no beer, no sandwiches or goodies or snacks. Y'all just brought yourself just on a free ride. Casting into trees and tangling up all my gear. Can't do nothing with y'all. We only caught one fish so far, y'all. It's oh no! Ah, he spit it. That was a fish. I felt it pull back. I think he messed my minnow up. He did a little bit. Let's get it back on there a little bit. That was a terrible cast, guys. Come on now. Oh, lordy days. All right, let me take this call, y'all. Hello? Hello? Y'all don't think they want to talk to me? I hate that. You get a call and say hello 4 or 5 times. Nobody says a darn thing, man. Probably one of those scam calls. That's what it sounded like. Shoot, I just got that all in the weeds too, man. Y'all. Next time y'all cast in the weeds, y'all cleaning the lure off. I'm tired of it. Shoot. And I saw a little bit of action over here. Let's give it a go. Y'all done clicked on this off this video by now, huh? I ain't caught a dang fish. I stink at this, y'all. I told you that's why I ain't got a big channel, y'all. I stink at this fishing stuff. Well, I keep getting hit off to my right. Let's try it. All right. Tell you what, though, if I was by the docks, we'd be getting hammered with fish right now. So I think the plan is here in a minute. Lordy days. People. Hello. Hello. Y'all, they don't want to talk to me. They keep calling. What in the world is going on with that crap here? And the little fish over here. See if we can get one to bite the jig. Oh, we did, but we missed him. Y'all need to set the hook. Come on. There he is. What we got here? Oh my, there's a green sunfish, y'all. Look at this guy. He was the one biting the whole time over there. I used to call these lightning fish, and I'll show y'all why if he gives me the hook back. There we go. Y'all see how blue on him? Look like lightning. Cool little fish. All right, y'all, I finally caught a fish, so don't leave yet. We're just getting started. You know, while I'm thinking about it, I need to do this. My phone's getting pretty low on charge, so what we're gonna do, I'm gonna show you guys something, and if I can find it, I'll link it for y'all. It's well, if I can grab it, y'all, hold on a minute. Ugh. It's a little battery pack that's solar powered and apparently waterproof, but check this out, y'all. It's model number YD819. It's 42,000 milliamp hours. See that little green light? It's solar charging. So it's a really nice charger to have. And I bought this charger for the sole purpose of having a night light on this kayak when I night fish, which I haven't done yet this year, but that will be coming up soon. We'll do a raw and uncut night fishing video, or real life fishing. I can't do raw and uncut. That's the old Justin Johnson kayak catfish signature trademark. My new little signature trademark was going to be real life fishing, R-E-E-L, life fishing. All right, y'all, let's make our way deeper in this cove, see if we can find a fish to toss this ultralight to. People need to leave me alone today. Y'all ever just wish cell phones weren't invented? I mean, they're nice to have, man. I mean, it's communication wise, and the internet's all at your fingertips, but I mean, if you want to go out and just enjoy the outdoors and you don't want nobody bugging you, you know, back in the day when you told your spouse or whoever that, hey, I'm going to the lake, if I don't show back up home at 9 p.m. then I drown in the river or drown in the lake. Those were the good old days, y'all. That's back when you get your little boat and a case of beer, and that was life right there, man. That was the definition of relaxation. Nowadays you can't do that because we got a fish on. Oh no, we don't anymore. You don't want to say hi. Say screw you, Cody. Don't talk about how fishing's relaxing. That's how they catch us. You mad at me? Yeah, y'all, I mean, if you guys have any questions, not a bite there. If y'all have any questions about this kayak I got here, y'all feel free to leave a comment and I'll make a video. I got a video about it, you know, a 1 month update 2 months ago, maybe 3 months ago now, but and, you know, I want to talk about kayaks real quick while we're ultralight fishing. That's a subject I could talk about. So I was super excited when I first got this Hoodoo kayak. So, ooh, that was a big gill, man. That was a big gill I just saw. I just spooked him. Let's see if he's got any friends over here. But yeah, y'all, I was super excited about this Hoodoo kayak. So I remember posting. Oh, I had a bite. Maybe it was just seaweed. I remember posting on a kayak group I was in. I don't remember which one it was. I mean, like kayak for beginners or kayak fishing for, I don't know. It was a few months ago. I couldn't tell you, but some real a-hole Hobie owners, man, get on there. And I mean, some Hobie owners, man, if you don't kayak fish out of a Hobie, then you're worthless. I don't believe that at all, man. If you were having fun on a kayak, who the heck cares what kind it is? I mean, if you want to spend thousands of dollars, you know, I think the recent Hobie kayaks are sitting around the $3,000 to $4,000 range, which is insane. But if y'all want to fish out of a $3,000 kayak, just keep it to yourself, man. Don't make fun of anybody else for not wanting to do it. He was telling me this kayak is crap, it'll break in a month. Well, ha, buddy, joke's on you. It's been about 4 months now. But man, they would give me so much crap and buy once, cry once. And here's the thing. Here's one thing. I forgot to tell you all this. So it was kayak fishing dads, I think. And I made a comment about, if you can't afford a Hobie or an Old Town, buy Hoodoo or, a smaller brand. It lasts a few years maybe, and they work good. I have one myself. And the guy is saying, oh, that's a piece of crap, and if you buy a Hoodoo, then you're poor, you're lazy. And man, this guy's an a-hole until I realized, I don't remember his name, and I can care less, y'all, but he went viral for a brand new Hobie Pro Angler 14-foot. Went viral because the dang thing, brand new, I believe it was the first time he had it out, started sinking on him. So I brought that. I mean, the guy started talking crap to me first about my little kayak, and I'm like, well, mine ain't taking on water, buddy. And he lost his mind. Oh, he was upset. And if I went and spent $4,000 on a plastic boat, y'all, I'd probably be a little pissed off too. But I ended up getting kicked out of that group because I guess this guy is just some big shot fisherman or something, and got sponsors, and that I'm assuming that group wanted to keep him around, and so they kicked me out. He called me lazy and stupid and ignorant and every other name in the book because I didn't own a Hobie. I'll tell y'all right now, I could afford a Hobie. All right, I could definitely afford a Hobie. I don't want to afford a Hobie. Are they good kayaks? Yeah, I mean, they're just fine. A lot of people love them. I got no hate towards them. Am I going to waste, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 on one? No. And here's why. I believe the trend of pedal drive kayaks are starting to kind of come to a close, and hear me out. Now all the time on YouTube, most of the people are motorizing their kayaks. They got that Motor Glide XI3 on the front of their kayak and spot lock and everything, and they're doing that. So what's the point of having a motorized kayak? And you get your brands like what was it, Bonafide. Bonafide made one pedal kayak, one type. I think it's the P127. Okay, because they realized that people are going for motorized kayaks, so they went back to the drawing book and made the Power, I think a Power 120 is what, something like that, I don't remember. They made a kayak specifically made to add motors to, and I think it's the first of its kind. We got a lot of bluegill back here, y'all. I just seen 4 or 5 of them rolling around, so we might be in a little bit of luck here. So Bonafide did that, and I guess it's doing real good. So that's why I wouldn't buy a Hobie, because my next kayak I get, not necessarily kayak I get, but my next upgrade is either going to be a new kayak that's meant to have a motor on it, or I'm going to motorize this one by putting a trolling motor right down where the pedal drive is, or out the back. I haven't decided yet. So a new product that has recently come out, I'm not sure if y'all, oh, there's a bass right there. Hold on, y'all, hold on. 2 of them. Oh, shit. Hang on. I'm not sure if I can bring him in on 2 pound. Why am I whispering? They can't hear me. My grandpa always said, shut up, Cody. You're going to scare the fish. Was he right? Can fish hear you talk? Do they speak English? I done spooked him. Oh, shoot. I had one bite. Anyway, what was I going? Oh, yeah. I'll put the new product that's kind of out and about right now. The next big thing is the Auto Boat. If y'all don't know what the Auto Boat is, it is a system where you hook your trolling motor to it. Any old trolling motor, some of the Newport vessels or the Minn Kota Enduro line, and turn it into a GPS trolling motor, just like you know, your motor guides and stuff. And I see still, that bass is hanging out under me, kind of. He's a tiny thing. He's probably 7 inches, but anyway. Turn my kayak here. I'm getting off course here a little bit, but that motor guide, or auto boat, turns a regular old cheap trolling motor, you know, you can get at Walmart, that Minn Kota 30-pound thrust, into a GPS motor, which has, I'm gonna drop anchor right here, y'all, which has spot lock and all those cool features that people like about the $1,500 trolling motors. And I can't believe something like that didn't come out sooner. So I plan on getting one of them and installing it on this kayak here. I'm going to build a brace across, install the battery and the I guess you call the drive unit, a little electrical box the trolling motor connects to, in the hatch. And I got myself a GPS trolling motor right here between my feet, y'all. And I thought about mounting it in the back of the kayak, because then in case I had a problem with the trolling motor, I got the pedal drive as backup. I don't know yet, you know. Haven't gave it that much thought, but that's why I think, you know, Hobie is... Oh, you see me set the hook on that stick? Y'all see that? That was amazing, wasn't it? Now I got my line tangled up. Shoot. That stick was pulling drag, man. That was crazy. Anyway. That's why I think that's a big gill right there, man. He just come up and got a cameo. Y'all get on video, bluegill? I think he's dying. He don't look too good. You don't look too good, Mr. Bluegill. That's a fish. That's a good fighting one too. You hear it pull and drag? Here we go, y'all. We got us a fish. Oh, that's a pretty good bluegill too, y'all. Look at this. Come here, Mr. Bluegill. I'm not going to pick him up by the line because I don't want to break the line. Not that he weighs 2 pounds, but... Hey, where you been all day, Bluegill? These people have been waiting on you. Fashionably late as always, huh? Go on home, buddy. So that's why I think, you know, the pedal drive kayak is nearing its end. You know, there's kits out there, y'all. There are kits out there that will turn about any regular paddle or pedal style kayak into a motorized kayak. But I believe companies should really look into... Shoot, man, you all cast over that tree again? You're lucky I got it out for you, I think. I did not get it out for y'all. Y'all are impossible. Real slow. All right. So, I believe companies should... Well, we catch a fish, man. We caught a log. A miniature log or something. Can I have nothing happen for the next 30 seconds so I can finish this story, please? Or finish my thoughts? Anyway, I believe... Shoot. Bug's getting me. I believe companies should really focus on making kayaks specifically made to motorize. So, one in particular that they got the right idea, but in my opinion, they did not execute, is Lifetime. And I wish they would have jeez. I wish they would have sent me a kayak, this particular kayak to test out. So if last week, Bird, you might not interrupt me, please. Thank you. So last week, I'm follow Lifetime products on Facebook because I like their kayaks. I still have a Lifetime kayak at home. So they posted on there they wanted people to test out their new kayak, and it's called the Lifetime Manta Angler, and it's a pretty interesting kayak. It looks like a manta ray on the front. You know, it's got 2 protruding bows on it, one on each side. Real interesting looking kayak, and it's meant to be motorized. And if you guys remember, I don't remember what it's called, but they got a canoe that's motorizable from the side, and it's a little plastic trolling motor mount. That's what they use on this Lifetime Manta. And so what Lifetime did, they caught on to what the customers want these days. They're usually pretty good about that. But they caught on to what the customers are demanding, and they want something they can motor, and they made a kayak people can motorize rather easy. So they come out with that Lifetime Manta Angler kayak. And this kayak is 10 foot long, 38 inches wide. So it's wider than this kayak here. This one's 34. And I think it weighs like 70 pounds, so it's light as well. Where I think they messed up is they should have added a bow and a stern mount, motor mount. Oh, we got a fish on, y'all. To be continued. Come here, buddy. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, he's fighting now, man. He's feisty. He's a, ooh, see on this ultralight, y'all, come here, buddy. That's a good looking gill. They get bigger at the dock, y'all. I'll show you those here in a few. Hey, y'all go back home, gill. Y'all, stay away from them kayaks, dude. So anyways, they should have made a bow and a stern mount. It's wide enough, and it has like the 2 bows in the front, so it definitely has the buoyancy in the front to handle like a 20-pound motor in the front. But I think they screwed the pooch on it because it's a side mount only. I mean, anybody can take, you know, a couple pieces of aluminum, I'm sure, and create a bow mount. That's fine. That's pretty easy to do. But why not just put the mounts on the front and the back, you know? Especially with this auto boat coming out. Everybody's going to be wanting to do that. And I have a design for a kayak. Y'all hear me out. Tell me what y'all think. So, make a kayak about the same dimensions, except about 11 to 12 foot long. You want a little bit longer kayak for the tracking ability, because shorter kayaks don't quite track well unless you have a really, really good rudder or a skeg. And make the trolling motor go in a place like this, except a little more forward, you know? Make the hatch, make where the trolling motor goes in a foot away from the tip of the bow. That way, when you turn side to side, just the whole kayak don't drift sideways, it will actually turn. And make a pod right here in front of the motor for your fish finder. A removable one. We had a bite right there. You gonna take the lure there, Mr. Bluegill, or whatever you are? Oh, no, he didn't. He let it go. So do that. And make a spot to mount the battery. If your kayak is 38 inches wide like that, excuse me, I got the hiccups now. Like that Lifetime Manta. Yeah, I got weeds on my lure now, shoot. I think they come off. Yeah, we'll slow roll it in, y'all. But if it's 38 inches wide, you can lift the seat up, you know, a good 8 inches and put the battery in a recessed area, an inch recessed area under your seat with the strap to hold it down. That means you keep all your weight centered here. It'd be 38 inches wide, plenty of buoyancy. And then you don't have to give up all the room that is in your tank well or anything like that. That's what I would have done. And you know, you could have a scupper plug under the battery that keeps the area dry, or, you know, Lifetime sell their own battery box that will watertight seal the battery that straps it to the kayak. So in the unfortunate circumstance you get rolled over, you're not destroying your battery. And heck, you can get a fairly decent lithium-ion battery on the Amazon for a couple $100 now. They're not that expensive anymore. China caught on and started making their own, and I'm guilty of having one. I have a I forgot what it's called. I forgot the brand of it, but I think I paid $350, but it's also, as we get hung up on something, it's also 150 amp hour, which is pretty good size. Your typical battery, you know, you get from Walmart, the lead acid's 100 amp hours, so you got 50% more battery for $400. And if y'all want to look back, I got some videos on different props from APC. And with a 30-pound, shoot, I'm going to get stuck. I'm talking, y'all. Y'all got to tell me where to cast at. I'm talking, and I can't multitask. There you go, moss right here. Yeah, let's cast the other way, y'all. I'm just getting caught up in all that moss. Ain't no fish over there anyways, huh? So, with those APC props I've been trying out and using, not much anymore because I'm mainly fishing out of my pedal drive kayak, they only use, I don't know if that's a fish or not. No, it's not a fish. I think we got yeah, we got a stick fish, y'all. Any of y'all like eating sticks? I can't believe y'all let me set the hook on that stick. Oh, shoot. I thought I was going to get a hook in the eye, y'all. That's the cover all the bluegill were in, and I done destroyed it. My goodness. You know what we're going to do? I got a feeling if I throw a wacky rig next to that log over there, I might get something, so maybe not. Are you serious? Maybe not, but you know what? It ain't gonna hurt to try. Ain't gonna hurt. Nobody gonna get hurt me trying, right? Gonna get my bigger rod out. Come on. I got my swivel stuck in, my snap swivel stuck in the eye, and I got a tangle. Y'all can't even untangle this either, man. Y'all, I gotta hire a new fishing buddy, y'all. Y'all don't help Justin. Y'all ain't helping me. Y'all on some kind of fishing buddy union? Reap all the benefits and put no work in. Oh, I'm just kidding. All the people working for a union gonna thumbs down this video now. Alright. I forgot what I was talking. Oh yeah, the batteries and trolling motors and stuff. That's what if I was Lifetime, that's what I would do. I would. What in the world was that? Well, I would invest my time making a kayak made to be motorized. I mean, they did with that Manta angler. But shoot, guys, you got to put the motor over the side. And when you do that, you're going to start putting the power on one side of the kayak only. You're going to make it drift one way or the other. I mean, for some people, I guess it's not a big deal. But to me, I'm OCD, y'all. I don't want that. How far are we in this video, y'all? Let me see how much time we did. 7 minutes. What in the world's going on? I think all the frames are running together. I can't tell how long I've been on video for, or if it's been on long the whole time, but here's what I'm going to do. I got to fix this camera up real quick, so y'all, I got to pause again, but I promise I'm going to pick it up before I make the next cast. So hang on a minute. All right, well, I'm hoping it comes out. I had to look into I think my camera's loop recording without me having that setting on. And that loop recording it'll record a 4-minute loop and then just start a whole new video just in case you get like a corrupt file. It's kind of handy to have, but it's not what I want with this ultralight video. Or ultralight, this real life video. But here's the deal, y'all. If we don't get nothing right here, I'm going to go back to that piece of brush there and throw my ultralight. If we get nothing that time, we're going to go fish the dock and then end the video from there. We'll troll on the way to the dock, though, and talk a little more, huh? But being in the shade sure does feel good. Oh, look at that. Look at that, y'all. Got Bambi over there sitting, going to get a drink. Y'all see him? Right there. We got a deer coming over here. He sees me, he got his ears perked up. He's used to people, man. They got a lot of people at this reservoir, so. A little deer. Looks like a little doe coming by. Nice to see some wildlife over here, y'all. I'd much rather hang out with the deer than people. That's for sure. Well, shoot, guys, come on. Learn to cast. I can't believe you guys. You just toss it every which way you want. Can you guys please toss them by that tree for me? Do that. I don't want to spook that deer, but I want to go up to that other log over there. You know what? How about this? I'm going to give that deer 1 cigarette time to get his drink in, to get his bath in. Maybe he's got some dishes or clothes to wash while I fix the crookedness of this camera. While I hack up a lung. Now, I got a bluegill following trying to eat this worm, but they won't eat the ultralight. They won't eat the little gulp minnow, y'all. Hey. Well, all right, y'all. Make y'all bet. If y'all could hit this stick bait within a foot of that log right now, I'll give y'all 20 bucks. How about that? No, looks like I owe y'all 20 bucks. That was a bluegill jumping behind me. Y'all still see that deer? Hi, Bambi. Says, I don't know who the heck you are. Leave me alone. Y'all are fishing in my drinking bowl, he says. I'll tell you all a story. This is a pretty good one while we reel this guy in. Well, then that deer done left his post. Let's go over there and fish the other log. So, the wildlife reminded me of this. Y'all might get a laugh out of it. So, a long time ago, I bought a motorcycle. I still got the motorcycle, okay? My wife almost left me for me buying a motorcycle. So, pro tip to y'all, if y'all are married and y'all are thinking about buying a motorcycle, don't buy a motorcycle. Now, you can if your wife is a pretty forgiving person like mine. Anyway, so I'm riding home one day from work, and I used to work at a place I don't ever want to work again for reasons I will not mention on video because they might sue my butt for it. Anyway, I used to inspect welds at this place. And I love my motorcycle, so I took it to work every day I can, besides freezing cold days. Now, I'm on my way home, and I'm just getting into town because where I worked at was a little bit, south of the town I live in Pueblo. And I happened to run into, or almost hit, a damn turkey. I mean, there's some deer over here in Colorado, quite a bit of deer near Pueblo, Colorado. I've seen them in parks. I just saw one right now over here. A lot of them actually live behind my house. But lordy days, I have never hardly ever see a turkey and one come flying across the main road. It's like almost a highway. And I come within a foot of hitting it. Big old tom turkey, too. He had been, I don't know how big they get. What, 20 pounds or something? I ain't no turkey hunter. I just saw something go after that bug over there on the bank, so I'm going to head over there nice and quiet like. We're going to get him. Now that poor bike is, that's a big gill right there. He's a big boy. I'm going to scare him away with my kayak too now. But right before I got the job working over the road, I unfortunately had to park the bike for a few years. I was on the road for about almost 2 years, and the bike just sat and needs a little TLC before hitting the road, but I ain't got the extra money for it. Speaking of that, and y'all, if y'all are still watching this far in the video, I truly appreciate it. I hope y'all are, finding some entertainment in my conversations. There's another deer right there. I saw that one walk up there. There's another one right there, man. That deer scared my fish. I want to stop right here. But like I was saying, I just got enough subs. And y'all, I'm not in this for the money. I'm really not. And I work hard for my money. But if you guys want to donate through a super thanks to the channel, I would appreciate it, and I'd give you, you know, whoever does, I give them a big shout. Even if it's 50 cents, $50, I don't expect it, but I'd give you a huge shout out. I'll try to do something for y'all in return. You know, it just helped me support the channel. Honestly, help put gas in the car or buy some lures, or I'll tell you that, you know, that's something I might come up with. If y'all want me to fish a certain way, like something stupid like, hey, Cody, try to use a fidget spinner to catch a bluegill. And you donate $20, well, I'll use $5 of those dollars to buy the fidget spinner. And I will fish the heck out of a lake with a fidget spinner to catch a bluegill. Not because I'm desperate for the views or the likes or the subs, but just because it's something I could do for y'all. You're joking me. I had the, you get that on camera? I had this gulp minnow just sitting in there. Wasn't twitching. I was using, and a bluegill come up and nailed it. I saw that tip just go whoop. Ain't that something, man? That's crazy. That's a new way we could fish right there. He popped the hook, so I never set the hook on him, but that was the funniest damn thing I ever seen. But anyways, that would be something I would do for y'all, you know. I might come up, y'all tell me, I might come up with a club membership too. You know, $2 a month. And I'll do some behind the scenes perks. I'll do membership only videos showing me what I'm doing on my kayak, you know, maybe repairs or add-ons or how-tos, you know, and something I can do for y'all. I already forgot their names, but I know I got a couple of die-hard supporters that I'm real thankful for. Heck, you know, if you join my membership and you're around the Colorado area, I'll take you fishing with me. We all go out fishing together, y'all. Hang out on the kayak, sing kumbaya, all that other good jazz. Maybe I'll do giveaways too to my members only. Maybe if a member donates and purchases a lure, you know, I'll put it in a giveaway in the memberships. That'd be something I could do. But enough of me begging you guys to support me, you know. If y'all want to support me, you know, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I had a fish there. No, I didn't have a fish. You guys can't tell the difference between a stick and a fish? Are you serious? Y'all, I'm begging you to support me on a channel and you can't even feel a fish. But if y'all want to support the cause, I mean, I truly appreciate it. YouTube isn't my main job. And let's face it, it might not ever will be. For the simple fact of, you know, only, I don't know, 1 of 1,000 people maybe get lucky enough for that to happen. That's perfectly okay, though. If I can make a side buck fishing, you know, everybody's dream, I would imagine, then you know what? I'd be happy. There's a bunch of, you probably can't see them, y'all. Get your sunglasses on. That sun's right there, probably pointing right at you, but there's a school of bluegill just hanging out here that we hooked up with. Well, my buddy, here we go. What's up, buddy? Come on up here, fish. Let me show you off to the world. Let me show you off, Mr. Bluegill. You thought you got yourself a good meal, and surprise, surprise. Look at him. So much fun on this ultralight stuff. I gotta tighten my drag a little bit more, y'all. You don't want it too tight because it's only a 2-pound line, and there is a chance I could hook up with a good smallmouth and even a channel cat. There we go, man. We're starting to get them now. And they fight. Look at the bend in that rod, y'all. I mean, not a very big rod by no means, but they put a bend in it. If I was catfishing tonight, I'd be keeping you, Mr. Bluegill, alive in a bucket, but we ain't doing that tonight. We ain't got the lights set up, so you're lucky. Count your blessings there, Bluegill. There's some bigger ones right over here. See if we can get one of them to nibble at this. Oh, he was swimming with it, man. He was. got him. Look at that rod bend, y'all. They fight like crazy too, man. Look at him go. Look at him go. He's pulling the kayak, y'all. Little bluegill's pulling my kayak. That little chunker, y'all. That's a good one too. For this public waters here at the res, it's a pretty good gill. Look at that guy. Mr. Bluegill, thanks for playing along. We're going to make a few more casts back here, y'all. Then we're going to make our way out of here and head over to the docks where you get really big bluegill. I can't wait to show you guys that. And the last time I was there, every time I caught a good-sized bluegill, these huge, I think gizzard shad is what they really are, would just chase and circle this bluegill. When they were doing it, I was trying to net them, but they're on to me, y'all. They knew. And I forgot my cast net then, and guess what? I forgot my cast net now. How could y'all forget the cast net, guys? Yeah, I done spooked them all back here by catching those few. So here, there's one kind of following it, but he turned away. He said, no way, Cody. I'm on to you with this crap. So here's what we're going to do, y'all. We're going to take this little Berkeley Galt minnow off because we're going to troll two of our rods. And even if I have it dunked in the water to keep it fresh, I can still get in trouble for fishing with 3 rods. Because, I mean, dumb law here. Here's another rant, y'all. In Colorado, you're only allowed to use 2 rods. And it's another story time again, y'all. See what I mean? I ramble on and on. Why am I getting that out right now? I don't need it right now. Let's head out of this cove. So story time again, y'all. And if we pass people, I'm going to pause the story. I'm self-conscious about talking in front of other people. People think I'm talking to myself and want to send me off to the nut house. But anyway, so I was in Kentucky. And the town is called Moorhead, Kentucky. I was doing a job down there. If y'all ever been down there, really beautiful country, y'all. It's gorgeous. And I looked up the lake that was next to, and it was called Cave Run Lake, which is trying to get turned here. I got to put a different rudder. Y'all remind me to put another rudder on this kayak, please. Need to get the Boondocks rudder. Turning circles like a van. But anyway, I was down in Moorhead, Kentucky, and looked up that lake, Cave Run Lake, which is really famous for muskie fishing. And not tiger muskie, I'm talking actual muskie. And so I looked up some pictures and videos, people catching big old 4-foot long muskie and whatnot, and they stock that lake with it, and I guess it's a huge attraction. So I'm like, yeah, I want to fish that. So I go down. I figured out I was going to be in Kentucky for a good few weeks, and we got people coming up, so let's pause the story for a minute. Some bluegill and ultralight, pretty good ones too. How about you guys? I caught a few smallies out back here last weekend. They're out here. Oh, nice. Where at? Oh, really? Yeah, I forgot my graph where I'd look around, but... Oh, something just took off right here. I don't know if that was probably carp. A lot of carp back here too. I got to come carp fishing back here again. I used to do real good. Well, good luck to y'all. Hope I didn't scare anything away for you. Just saw a big old bass right there next to them trays here. I gotta remember that. When I cut through here sometimes, you know, I look down, but we'll get to the story in a minute. About Kentucky and the muskie and... Oh crap, I'm getting shallow right here, y'all. I might hit my prop. Oh, big bluegill in these weeds. Oh yeah. Let me get out of the shallows here. That's a big one. Holy cow. That bluegill had to have been every bit of 8, 9 inches, y'all. Let me, real quick. Oh, I ain't got a lure on. Oh, screw it. I ain't putting one on. You know what I'm going to do, though? We are going to swap this rod out for this rod. Oh, excuse me. Now I'm going to get into my lure box. We are going to put, this here's kind of a cheapo Rapala here. I got this on like the bargain bin at Walmart. So I promise we'll get back to the story, y'all. Just give me a minute. I won't forget y'all. But these ones just don't have the action an actual Rapala does. So we're going to swap it out real quick and we'll get on with the story. I guess I can get on with the story now, huh? As I'm tying a new line on. So yeah, I go to a Walmart and there it is. I go to a Walmart in Moorhead, Kentucky, or maybe it was a neighboring town. Moorhead's pretty small. And I go in there to buy a bigger rod because, you know, the small little medium action rods I had, I thought at the time probably wouldn't handle a big muskie or anything big. And I've never caught a muskie before, so I didn't really know how hard they'd fight. So I purchased a fishing rod. I done gave it away, though, out there. And I go up to the checkout counter and I have to buy a fishing license. Let me put this away real quick, y'all. I don't want this getting knocked over. So I bought a fishing license over there, and I'm talking to the lady. I said, and I'm so used to Colorado. I said, she goes, anything else? I'm like, yeah, I want a 2-rod stamp with this license. And she gave me a very dumbfounded look, like I was crazy. And she goes, I'm sorry, a what now? And I told her I wanted a 2-rod license. I want to fish a 2-rod. And she goes, I've never heard of that. That big old cart just come up here and rolled. And I'm like, so how many rods can I fish with? Can I only fish with 1 rod? This sucks. She goes, no, you can fish with the many rod as you want. Just got to follow the regulations of keeping fish and the amount of fish. I'm like, whoa, are you kidding me? Why can't Colorado do that? I'll tell you what. If Colorado wants to make more money, and they're doing it, y'all, they are hungry for money for their outdoor stuff. You know, after so many people bought, you know, kayaks and crap and motorizing them, and then they want to make you register crap for a trolling motor. Do this. Buy a second rod stamp. You know, for your second rod stamp, you do $20. I think that's what it is nowadays. I could be wrong. And then $10 for each additional rod you want to use, up to a maximum of 4 or 6. That way, Colorado would make much more money through those rod stamps. People would be happier to fish around here. Which, don't get me wrong, I'm happy to fish around here, but just 2 rods, I mean, come on. I want to go catfishing, man. I want to have 4 rods, you know, 2 rods suspended, 2 rods dragging. Maybe I want to try 4 different baits, see what the fish are keyed in on, and that's kind of hard to do with just 2 rods. So, any kind of Division of Wildlife worker in Colorado listen to this, y'all make that pitch to somebody who can make that happen. Y'all do that. But we're done with that cove, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and troll over here. Well, before I start trolling, I got to move my seat, y'all. My seat scooted back on me a little bit, and feels like I'm stretching my legs too much to... Might be too much, but that's okay. Feels better already. But make that pitch to somebody that can make that happen. It'd be a much better experience, y'all. Colorado has a lot of good fishing. But heck, you ought to let them use a lot of rods. Y'all done forgot to put my rod holder back. Yeah, I can't take you guys anywhere, man. You're worse than kids. So we're gonna go ahead and troll these back to the dock. I think I'm gonna go around the boats and in between them. I always do good next to the tire wall break over there. The sun's making my arm itch, y'all. Did y'all bring the sunscreen? Oh, I doubt it. Y'all, it's a good thing I brought it and I put it on before I even got on the kayak. So we caught that one trout and a handful of bluegill, so technically it is a multi-species day. But overall, it's actually really good to get out, y'all. It feels good. Oh, was that a fish or no? I got snagged up. I was turning my kayak to the right, and I'm like, why ain't this thing turning? Yeah, let's roll in this big lure here, this deep diver here. It's kind of stupid to put it out. We're gonna reel this guy in, and we won't throw her out until we get closer to that deeper water outside there, out back there. Oh yeah, she's covered in weeds, y'all. Probably spooked everything from a country mile there, but now it's got me all paranoid wanting to check the other rod. Oh, I'm gonna do that real quick because I felt that one get a little tug on it. I don't know if a fish took a crack at it or if I got caught up in them weeds. Oh shoot. Good thing I put the floats on it. That's why I put floats on them. Blooper reel, y'all. I thought that rod was going down too. I'm like, oh shoot, man, I just done screwed the pooch there. Okay, no weeds on that one. So let's get to really pedaling here. Another kayaker right out there. Don't want to bug him, so. But when you want to, this kayak gets up and goes pretty good. I can get it to about, comfortably hold it 3.5 to about 4 miles an hour, really, on a calm day. And for those of you wondering, you get this camera situated, y'all. It's not wanting to work with me here. On a regular calm day, or on choppy days, it handles real well. All right, we're deep enough to cast lures out now. Oh, there we go. And what lure did that trout bite on? Was it the big deep diver? I think it was, wasn't it? Y'all remember? I think it was this one. Yeah. So y'all, you guys have fished out of kayaks or maybe small boats or any boat for the sort. Once you pick up those little foam things, I think they're $5 at Walmart for a pack of 3. And if you're a butterfinger like me and drop your rods, it won't sink all the way to the bottom. They actually float. Got dry skin, y'all. Y'all got any lotion to loan me? Y'all got nothing, man. Y'all, if I had lunch out here, you'd probably be taking it from me. If I had some moon pies or gummy bears or a couple of my favorite snacks, y'all would probably steal that from me. Real neat out here though, y'all. It's full of people, but when you're on a kayak and getting these little coves, just making sure I ain't got any. Oh crap. Well, part of my promotion, I'm on call, and I didn't hear my phone go off. I didn't get a missed call, I don't think. I sure hope I didn't. My volume's up. I'm on call to help fix things and figure things out, but yeah, I got nothing. All right. Wouldn't that stink right in the middle of this video? I get called out to work, man. Y'all probably laugh at me and say, ha ha. Y'all got called out on a Sunday and we're over here sitting on our couches watching you on our smart TV. I don't want you to see what I'm texting my friend, you know. I'd be invasion of privacy. Now we got a damn swimmer over here. You guys kidding me? I mean, I guess it ain't illegal. Y'all, I'm gonna have to pause the video a minute because I gotta make a quick call to one of my coworkers because they are having issues. So I'm gonna pause the video a moment and get back to y'all. All right, y'all, we're back, or at least I think we are. Are we recording? Yeah, we're recording. So remember my phone call earlier? Well, that was my work trying to call me in to try to fix something, but I didn't recognize the number. And nobody said nothing when I answered, and well, I got it on video. So if my boss gets upset, you know, and I got proof, and I'm no boss or nobody's calling me to go fix something, so I don't really know what's going on until I get that call. But anyway, real quick, because I feel like I'm gonna have to be getting out of here soon, because possible. Oh, I got a phone call. I'm gonna pause the video a minute. All right, well, sorry for all the pauses, y'all, but we got everybody trying to get a hold of me from work. I mean, they called, I answered it. It's on video, and y'all heard it. We got nothing. So usually when my boss calls, big boss, that's when I hightail it over to work. kind of goes a chain of command as I understand. Excuse me. I took a drink of Powerade off camera, or Gatorade, whatever it is, and thought I'd pretend to be a fish for a minute and breathe it in. It didn't work out too well in my favor. Anyway. So we got that going. Usually what happens is they have an issue. They'll call the big boss, which is my boss. They'll give him a holler. And I'm assuming if my boss deems it to be important enough, then he calls me. Oops. He calls me and sends me out to go take a look or fix something, anything like that. But as of right now, I haven't got a call from the big boss. I tried calling, you know, what we call the pit, no answer. I tried calling my foreman, no answer. And so, you know, I'm kind of out of my hands at the very moment. I'm going to give a call here in a minute. We got a coworker of mine going to be going in, and he's maintenance minded. It's only 20 minutes before shift. So, before shift change. And that guy is pretty mechanically minded, so maybe he can get that issue worked out. I'm gonna go over this side of the dock here. Here's the dock that all the bluegill are at. Y'all are gonna love this. Oh, y'all, put sunscreen in my eye and I sweat. Now my eye's burning. I can't win for losing. I like fishing over here too, because between you and me, I like watching all the boat dock dummies, or the boat ramp dummies. Should be a sport, y'all. Uh-oh. That was no good. See, that's karma getting me, y'all. Oh yeah, they're all crazy numbers over here. Trying to go on for catfish or what? Oh, that too, yeah. If I get one, I'll give it to you. I usually do pretty good right here. What are you using? Oh, the bobber?
Yeah.
Yeah. I never caught wiper on bluegill, but I caught a lot of them. Caught a lot of walleye on them. Here we go. First cast. Oh, it's a bass. Shoot. Gulp minnows.
Gulp minnows? Oh, see, I just got worms on these all. Yeah. Let's go water gulp minnows.
I catch catfish and mainly catfish and walleye on bluegill.
The winter boats in like 90 foot of water over there. I got like 20 to 30 feet of live one on there. Nice. Like,
Oh yeah, I bet, man.
Bluegills around and they're coming through.
I got that same kayak except white at home.
Yeah, me and my dad, my kid last year were on out on Lake Pueblo.
Where at? Oh, this here?
Here, and me and my kid had bluegills. My dad and my other kid did it.
Slab of a bluegill. I wish I had on my measuring board. I never had one, so I can't quite say I wish I had mine. I wish I had one. There we go. Letting it sink. My line started moving. Oh Lord, what is this? Oh, that's a bass, man. We got our first bass ultralight. We got to loosen the drag a little bit. Oh, Lord. I think is that a bass or a shad? Let him fight it out. That's a smallmouth. Heck yeah, man. We got a smallmouth on the ultralight. There we go. All right. What's going on, Mr. Smallmouth? Where's that hook at? I can't see it. Well, let's get my phone out of the way here. Y'all see that? Let's get you unhooked there, Mr. Smallmouth. You destroyed my Gulp minnow, but you know what? Little smallmouth, little guy, he's probably, I don't know. If I had a measuring board, I'd say 12 inches. Heck yeah, man. Let's get another gulp on there and do it again. Now, I did say this video would be real fishing, but I think I'm gonna edit out helping that guy out, because not one of y'all want to see me talk to random people. Let's type another Gulp minnow on here. That guy was sitting there for, see, I probably won't have it on video, but he was sitting there probably a good 20 minutes with a worm in the water and didn't get a nibble. But I come over here with a Gulp minnow, and in about a few minutes I catch 2 bluegill and a nice looking smallmouth. Healthy look. I shouldn't say nice. He wasn't too big, but he's healthy looking. And I'm just tossing right out of the dock over there, y'all. It's simple as that. Just let it fall, and then, well, now my line's all kind of jacked up because of the fight. So let me get that cast again. Y'all need to learn to cast. Yeah, let's go right there. Let's give it a shot. That smallmouth probably shot clean out of under the dock and took off with that Gulp minnow, y'all. They like that Gulp minnow. I learned this Gulp minnow from kayak catfish. Perfect little bait when you're fishing these docks, because that's what all these big fish eat. They eat the little fish. And a lot of times, like, oh crud. Oh, shoot, man. Y'all done got me hung up on the dock. Well, ready to go fetch it. Like I said, I think I got my anchor stuck here. Now let some more line out. There we go. So, y'all done let the line get stuck, y'all. I can't take yous anywhere. This is, y'all embarrassing me. Let's get this rod on this side, because it's going to be the left side of my kayak. Coming up to the dock here. Let's push off here. Get spun. And hopefully I don't scare everything. We got it back. All right, y'all. Let's, well, I should have spun myself. Let's spin around. Let's try this again. We're gonna, nope, I might hit that guy's jet ski. I don't want to be doing that. There we go. Y'all, I told you to order me a bigger rudder. How come y'all didn't order me a bigger rudder yet? Y'all need to get me that big old boondock rudder. One of the best rudders you could use on these kayaks. So this video is going to be minorly edited, just because, you know, I've run into people and I feel so bad just to tell them no and go away, even though sometimes it's what I want to say. Oh no, I don't want it to fall in there again. Remember what happened last time, y'all. we're gonna have to move this guy here. I got a mess going on, y'all. Can't believe y'all are letting this happen, man. Y'all are embarrassing me in front of these people. Dang horsefly's trying to get me. Y'all ever been bitten by a horsefly? Things suck. Oh wow, they locked the dock to the marina now? Isn't that something? You gotta be special to go use their stuff, man. I tell you what. I think these docks should be used by everybody, but if you got a boat slip, they used to have a private area for it, but oh shoot. Y'all, I saved you that time. Y'all almost did it again. I think my line's swimming, y'all. Let's, nope. Tell you what, y'all, you know, people don't like smokers. Let's light a cigarette up. Maybe people won't bother me. Hope you could hear me. I'm talking kind of quiet. I got weeds on. I can feel the weight on it. I think I do. No, I don't. I just got it all cattywampus on there. Can't believe we caught that smallmouth. That's my first smallmouth on an ultralight, man. It was fun. He took off of that drag. Y'all hear that? That zzz, zzz. That's the best sound in the world, y'all. So we'll try here a little longer, then we'll end the session. So I think this video's gone on long enough. Well, shoot, come on now. Y'all remind me to buy a spinning reel, because this reel's kind of poo-poo. Got all my line on knots, man. I gotta buy a new reel for this rod. I'm getting tired of these closed-in reels. Can't believe I caught that one dinner plate of bluegill. Now I got nothing biting. Sometimes it goes like that, y'all. It's fishing. That guy was over here for 20 minutes with worms or night crawlers on a bobber. Couldn't do a diddly poo with it. And I come over here and catch him his bait in 2 minutes. Gulp minnows, y'all. Gulp minnows. Just let her sink down, and so that's 3 species today, y'all. We caught a trout, a bass, and some bluegill. Smallmouth bass. If we get a largemouth, that'd be kind of cool. We hit the trifecta today, y'all, and y'all are, I know I joked earlier saying y'all weren't much help and you casting in the wrong places, but y'all are big help, tell you what. I got something now. Something's got me. Oh. Now it's fighting. What do we got? Is that another bass? We got another bass, y'all. He's gonna go behind it. Oh, he spit it. That was another smallmouth. They're all hiding up under that dock, y'all. Attacking these gulp minnows.
Do you have my phone?
Just start rolling it in slow and jig it. What do y'all say? 10 more minutes till I cut the video. I think we got close to 3 hours worth of video.
Jeez! I have your phone.
Man, I hope that language didn't spill over to my video, man. That was some foul language. From kids, of all things. Yeah, y'all, I think 10 more minutes is going to be all we need, because I think I've done fished this little spot out, but we'll give it the old college try. Upload this video, we'll see what happens, you know. Oh, we got something good here. Oh, spit it. Tighten my drag just a little bit. Maybe it's too loose to set the hook. Whatever that was, it felt good, man. It felt good. You know what? Remind me, guys, before I cut the video, let's toss that wacky rig out. Let's do that. That wacky rig under this dock might do something for us. I got a good feeling because I've seen some people last week pulling out some good spotted bass down here. So here's what we're going to do first. I'm going to cast out behind me first to get my line all straightened out. There we go. Something just jumped up behind it too. Ain't no way I'm reeling that in. That sounded too big. All right, that's going to get my line just right. So let's toss out here. Oh, that's perfect, man. Let her sink a little bit. And as that minnow's sinking, it's kind of doing this fluttering thing, so it's like it's dying. And man, them bass, ain't nothing they love more than an easy meal. These gulp minnows look like an easy meal. But the wind makes it more difficult. All right, one more cast with the gulp minnow, y'all. And then I'm gonna try the wacky rig a couple times and then I'm gonna call it. Well, let's get a better cast than that, y'all. That wind is killing us. Oh, lordy days, man. Y'all still can't cast. Is there a school for people like you? I mean, I'm sure y'all went to school for this casting, but y'all missed Into the Wind Day. Very important to cast into the wind, y'all. You can't always put your back to the wind. Just letting you know, okay? For now. All right, y'all, let's give it a go. Oh, that was probably a weed. I set my hook on a weed. That doesn't count. We got to cast again. Yep, I set the hook on some moss. You know what? Yeah, let's make that the last cast. I just knocked that gulp minnow off, and I don't need to be setting a new one on. Let's switch it up. No, that's not the right rod, y'all. Y'all got me the wrong rod. Y'all hand me my wacky rig rod, y'all. The one with the worm on it. Alright, yeah, now you guys got the right rod. Hey, but next time, don't reel the wacky rig all the way to the tip, y'all. You can't be doing that. Alright, let's try this. I got a good feeling, y'all. Well, I have a better feeling if I could cast the damn thing. Everybody's leaving now. Wish I had my night fishing gear on. That guy's blowing a whole lot of smoke over there on that diesel truck just to pull a trailer up a ramp, man. That's... ain't that something? I'll probably only make 2 casts with this wacky rig since it takes so dang long to sink. That's one thing with wacky rigs, y'all. You gotta have a lot of patience. They take a long time to sink. And that's not by the dock anymore. I ain't gonna get nothing right here. All right, y'all, get it close to that. Y'all see where that jet ski thingy and dock meet? Get it right there. Let's see what you can do. Y'all, you almost hit the jet ski. All right, give me the rod. I'll give it a go. Telling y'all. I sure am telling y'all. All right, last cast, y'all. This is the last cast. We got wind. Holy moly, this come out of nowhere.